coming back at you with some Mount and Blade, and this is my character Eagle Clan because I don't know because I'm not smart. All right, I named him Eagle Clan. I didn't mean to. You know what's even better than that though? You know what my clan name is? Guido. So that went well. How did I name the clan Guido and the character Guido Clan or Eagle Clan? I don't know. Maybe I should just name him Guido Clan. I don't think I can actually change his name, but I can change the clan name. But I think that just works out. We're just going to stick with Guido. So I've learned some things along the way. We are here at Joculin. I have not joined any of the empires. So you can see things going on. Some of the cities have changed hands. I was a bit of a raider merchant for a while, guys. I needed some money. Honestly, you can run through this game as a pure merchant, but it's quite fiddly. The economy is a little bit odd, to be quite honest, and it's not easy, but you can do it. So I'm sort of still doing that, moving around. How have I made my money? Well, I was a raider for a while. I actually basically went to war with the Southern Empire, and I chose these guys down here, because they're kind of out of the way, right? If I go to war with one of these guys in the middle, their armies are kind of all over the place, and you might run into them. So I could run around the whole north, really, without running into an army from the south, and I could raid their caravans. All right, so fine. I was a bit of a pirate merchant. That's what I ended up doing. What level am I? Let's take a look at where I is right now. I am level 18, so I've played quite a bit, actually. You can see that the skills have increased, doing pretty well in a lot of those skills. I've increased the characteristics a bit, whatever those are. I don't know if they're characteristics or what. So we've moved along as far as that goes. Here's what the guy looks like. I do have a fairly large party. We're at 107 troops. I can have 133. Right now I have six. What are these, compatriots or whatever they call them? Can't even think of the word right now. The only one with me currently is old Ospak because I've made 5 caravans. I don't know if that's a smart move. What I do know though is if I come over here and look at my total expenses, my caravan and party income is doing pretty good at 565. My workshop income's okay. I'm actually making a bit of an income. So even with my expenses. So right now, that's good. At least I'm making a little bit, at least neutral. So as I wander around with my 100-odd troops, I don't automatically lose dinars. I don't lose dinner. So that's what's going on there. I do have 4 shops. One of them, this one has never worked. And that's supposedly the right one to have in Pravin. So I'm not sure what's going on right there. These are pretty fiddly. Some of you guys probably know how to run these. I have no idea what I'm supposed to do with these things whatsoever. But the good news is they're making a little bit of profit right now. And I can only have 4 of those. I don't know how many caravans I can have. I've got 5 and it still offers me an option to make them. So we'll see if that changes. Also, none of these guys are necessarily great in the scouting and the riding and all that. They're okay. So I'm sort of expecting one of them to get crushed at some point. The good news is I'm not at war with anybody, so I'm hoping that generally, other than bandits, they'll be left alone and that they're fast enough that they can't get caught. We'll see. I'm currently here at Joculin. I just picked up some stuff via trade. Been learning a lot about the trade stuff. Buy low, sell high. My personal preference, for the most part, has been to buy high and sell low. That seems to be really smart, and that's kind of what happens. These numbers are starting to level off a little bit. They were quite crazy, and you can make some pretty good money now and again, but they're leveling off. I'm going to run over to Galland. That's where the next place we're going, right there. And we're going to trade. The trade rumors tend to be nearby. I don't know if that expands as you get better in trade. Maybe there's some more skill upgrades that let you open up the aperture, but I rarely get information about places that are very far away right now, though. So this is interesting because it looks like this area is definitely in war. These fellers have taken over Sargo, which was one of the red guys. I know they have names. I don't remember who the hell they are. I'm a merchant. What do you want from me? I just sell stuff, all right? I'm not a war guy, all right? Other than I'm also a bandit, okay? So let's go ahead and head on out. I was going to say sail, but we're not sailing anywhere. This guy wants to talk to me, although he doesn't really. I'll talk. I think this has a lot to do with the campaign version. To be honest, I don't know what else he wants to talk to me about. I've talked to a lot of these parties that have the little exclamation, and it's kind of all the same stuff. That exclamation right there on Jacqueline means that there are people there who have missions if you want to take them. One thing I've learned about missions is you try to get the ones that can be done quickly, because the ones that require you to chase stuff around a lot, you can often lose more money than you make, especially if you have a large party and you're attempting to build up your reserves. So that's a bit of a bummer. Be careful. Some of them are very easy to do. Now this town doesn't have any, but I always, not always, but often stop excuse me, at these little towns and grab anything that's a good deal. For example, olives. If they're below 20, I'll generally grab them. Butter and cheese below 20, I'll grab them. That's a little high. Can rarely make money off those unless you find the right place. But if they're under 20, I'll grab those. Grain, if it's around below 6 or so, I'll grab that. You'll start to get a feel, actually, for the prices on things and when you should buy and when you shouldn't. For a while there was one of my compatriots right there. I wonder if I can make him rejoin.
Awaiting your orders.
Position, talk business, news of the markets. What do you got? Traders say they just bought some grain at 6 and sold for 9. Well, that's useless. Position in the clan, so assign you a new role, never mind. I'm asleep. So I can't make him rejoin me, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look in that a little later. All right, this has a little exclamation, so we're going to go over to Furbeck. Let's see if there's a mission there that's worth taking. If you just hover over it, you really don't have to talk to them to figure it out. Extortion by deserters at Furbeck. I don't remember what this one is.
Yours is not a face I know.
I am Eagle Clan.
What is your name, stranger?
He's lived all his life here. He's worked the land. He's a farmer, as do his kin. Common farmers like me, they like me to speak for them. All right, speak, sir. What would you like me to do with my 116 wild trader men and women? I've heard of you. Of course you have. I'm famous. I'm also #1 on the leaderboard in the tournaments. Did you know that, Furbeck? I bet you did. You sound like a good man to know. Let us speak together. All right, heard you have a problem. I can either leave. What's your problem, fella? I do know how to fight, yes. We could use help. A group of deserters. They come every few weeks. Yada yada. They kill 2 villagers. Oh, that's right out, fella. That's right out. Well, how much is it going to get me? That's what I want to know. Here's the plan. Look, I make the plans. All right, you're a farm. Why does he have a sword? Why do farmers have swords? We lay an ambush in the village. Okay. When they show up, we spring. If you join us, I think we've got a good chance. Is there any other way? I always ask that question, mostly because I have to, because that's the only way to do it. I can either send a compatriot, and then it gives me a risk of failure, and it says how many troops I'm going to lose. And to be honest, my guys are terrible. They're always losing troops, and they always have a risk of failure, especially this guy. Actually, I don't have any men available. That's the only way to go back, right? You can't go, never mind, I'll do it this other way. Then you have to ask him again. Oh, sorry, what was your problem? Okay, how can I help you? Is there any other way? He's probably thinking I'm insane, and I don't have time for this. All right, let's join the fight. Thank you. Just wait in the village. We'll stand lookout and lure them into your ambush. I thought it was our ambush. You say we a lot, but it's me that has to do it, isn't it? All right. I don't know. What do I do? If you want to know, you click on quest. Told you a group of deserters have been raiding there. We asked you to wait in Furbeck until they arrive. All right. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. Now I have to click wait here sometime. So you can do that in the castles or the villages. And I guess I wait until it happens. Oh, here they come. Here they come now. I wonder if I could have rode out and taken them on. Who the hell are you? If you live in this village, you'd better rustle up some silver and wine. Look lively, eh? All right, so... oh, good. We do have Furbeck. Furbeck, he must be talking to Furbeck, and my 106 guys and horsemen are hiding. Probably in the pigsties or something. I don't know how he didn't see us. There's a lot of us. I could send troops, but we'll attack just to show you guys how we're doing in battle. Remember the first effort? I was not good. Now we have all kinds of stuff we can do. We can set guys into groups. I don't know what it all does. I don't even bother with it right now. F1, F2.
After me!
Where's? Oh, there they are. No, those are my guys. Where are they? Okay, now here's a little trick. If you don't know where they are, and I see you guys coming from that way, go F1, F3 charge, and whichever way your dude's charged, that's where the enemy is. So you may not be smart enough to know where they are, but all these fellers know where they are. But this is an absolute massacre fixing to happen. Where are the bad guys? Oh boy. Oh, here they come. Come here, banditos. Yeah! Oh, jeez. Alright, let's get out the big axe. Oh! Yep. Big axe works nicely. He's dead. This is not killing our... How are they killing our guys? Is this over already? Oh, there's one bandit. Look, he's like, I made a grave error. Hopefully I didn't kill someone just trying to get home. Where are they? Can't tell. You have to look for somebody without the little floaty thing. Look at this poor guy. He's like, oh, I didn't mean it. I'm just kidding. There, you put the victory axe up. Yep, that's right, fellas. That's right. Yep. Well, that was pretty easy, wasn't it? We did grab some prisoners. Hopefully those guys try to join us. Some of them will try to join you. You click done, and then here's the stuff, right? You grab all this stuff. Now, is there a way... I think you can turn these things into... There's some way to turn these into experience, but I don't remember how it is. You can donate it to your troops or some crazy thing. I need to look that up because I don't know. Looks like a bunch of garbage, to be honest. Alright, so we're done. And I guess... Oh, see, so some of them you have to go back to the place to get your reward. Some of them the money will just show up. So this one apparently you can see the little asterisk there. I need to talk to old Furbeck here. And he gave me 3,253. So honestly, for as fast as that was, I got some loot, got a little experience for the dudes, got some Danars. That one's pretty easy. So I'm going to add that one to my list. If they're going to come to me and I don't have to do a whole lot of waiting, then that's going to be awesome. Half the coin is enough for... Oh, I don't think so. This probably gets us some more respect from them. Keep the coin? I don't think so. I'm a merchant taking it all. We got. I think he got a little irritated by that. It did increase my reputation with him. Let's see if we want to buy any of their stuff. Nope, all that stuff's too expensive. Grapes, I kind of only get it if it's 20 or less. There's another one of my companions. Companions, that's the word. So let's go into Gallant. Do we have an arena, maybe? No, dang it. All right, we're going to trade. As far as trading goes, that's another one you'll sort of get. You'll start to kind of get a feel for it. Looks Ox Hall says they'll sell it. They'll buy it for 111. I may hold on to that. If it's green, my understanding is as long as it's green, then you're getting more than you bought it for. Once it becomes light green, it's not as much, but still more. So we'll do that. And I'll be honest, I bought a bunch of stuff at that city that I didn't show you, and it told me I was going to make lots of different money there, but none of that worked. Interesting. Oh, I don't want to buy stuff. I did buy grain at 6, so we're going to go ahead and sell that down to 7. You do have to watch your weight up here. And there's no arena stuff going on, so we're not going to... What does old Druce Balda the Scythe want? Gang needs recruits. I don't do that one because you got to go capture people. If you want to run around... If you want to run around with people that you've captured, they slow you down, unfortunately. Oh, that's a Wanderer. I could add her, but I don't have any more slots for companions. So if you... A lot of times if you carry some extra looters around as far as captured people, prisoners, theoretically you should be able to just hand them right over on those missions. I haven't bothered with that. Otherwise you got to run around and try to find them, and it's a real pain. So that's one of the ones I sort of ignore. I'm just going to ransom those prisoners right there. Let's take a look at the trade. Show you what I mean. As you get better at trading, you get rumors and things. So grain at 9, no. Fish at 11, no. I wait till it's under 10. Butter, that's right on the edge. Notice as you buy it, it increases in price, so we're not going to bother with that. Meat's a little high, grapes high. Date fruit. We're going to go to Ox Hall. So apparently it can be sold for 77. We'll grab that. Sell at Ox Hall for 111. See how now I'm buying it for more? I don't really want to do that, so we'll buy a little bit here. Ox Hall for... Nope. Sell at Sargo. We're going to go to Ox Hall. So what I'm doing is I'm looking for the things that can be sold at Ox Hall. And those are not 100% true rumors either, by the way. It's unfortunate. That's a little too close to worry about. No rumors there. Ox Hall for 35 at 28 to start. So let's go to 32. Give it a little cushion maybe. Sell for 104. That's pretty good. So we'll grab all those, provided that's true. 106 also good. So we'll grab that. Ox Hall for 116. That's pretty good. Tools will go up quickly, so we'll just go to 100. Anything above 100 will be profit. Ox Hall for 181. All right. No Ox Hall. Nope. No rumors there. Leather. Ox Hall for 193. Let's buy. Be careful about mixing up buy and sell. I've done that several times if you're kind of going really fast through it. Another cool thing I found out about the game that's new to me anyway is the banners. The whole Bannerlord thing. These things are items and they will give you bonuses. This one gives me increased troop movement skill. What is this? Unequip, sell, preview. Oh, didn't realize that it did that. All right, I have another one, and they end up down here. Steel banner, decreased taken melee damage. Decreased taken melee attack damage. I think that could be better said better. I don't know if that counts in the arena and the fights or what the deal is with the banners. I'll have to look that up, but I don't know. All right, so we do have some equipment we're going to sell right here. Again, I don't know how to turn it into experience or what you do with that. It's kind of interesting. I have, if you click that little dot right there, if you click right here to sell all, those things will not go. Those will lock those. So, and once you lock something, it stays locked. Even if you don't have any more of that thing, the next time you get some of that thing, it will be locked still. That makes it a lot easier to sell things quickly. None of this is worth having. It's all garbage. Notice all my sellable items, all my what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Stuff. All my stuff. All right. Inventory. All my inventory is locked. Because if I do this, boom, and send all of that garbage I got from the looters, then I won't lose any of my stuff here. So we're going to pay 3,600. Or we're going to, yeah, I'm going to pay because I bought stuff. But I'm paying less. So we're going to Ox Hall. I recommend quick saving. It's F5. Do it as much as you can. I have reloaded a couple times, I will admit. Ox Hall is pretty far up here, though. And that's where we're going to head. So we'll look for any stuff of opportunity on the way. Oops. No, I keep clicking on Torah. Double click will make you move fast. Oh my goodness, this is driving me crazy. It's one thing that will drive you a little bit crazy in the game. If you double click, come on, you will move fast. You can do that down here as well on the little fast forward thing. So we'll buy products. Let's take a look. Grain's a little high. Olives, yeah, that's all high. I don't want any of that stuff. Nobody there wants anything done, so we're going to go to Hongard. I sort of go from town to town, guys. I just pick stuff up. Notice Ruland, he's got an exclamation, so somebody there has a mission for you. Grain at 8. I don't know. I don't have a good feel for hogs and sheep and cows yet. You can make a decent profit off of those, but I don't know really what the prices are. That seems high, but I'm not sure. The green indicates it's a good deal, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Across the bridge, we'll go over to here. What does this guy have? Help with brigands. That is usually tracking down.
I don't think I know you. Peace to you.
That is usually tracking down bandits. Okay. Party of 15. 5 bands of brigands. Which can take quite a long time. So I don't have time for that. You got to wander around, and if you're not fast enough, sometimes they're faster than you. Be really careful about taking those missions. where down south, or I think also in the east, where most of the brigands have horses. Because sometimes if your party's too big, you can't catch the damn things, and it's super annoying. I could probably do that one, but we're going to head over to Pravend, see what we can do in terms of trade. See, there's some looters running. Alright, so olives. I think we're going to continue on to Ox Hall, unless we're getting some really good deals here. This is where I was keeping track of what I bought them for, and it just got really confusing. So, people will do whole spreadsheets on this. There's also a lot of mods that make this easier or bring up more options for this kind of thing. Generally what I do is if I'm going to buy a large load, so to speak, and go somewhere, I try not to do too much trading in between, because I don't know what I bought it for, because I didn't write it down. So, but I will grab stuff if it looks like a good deal, just based on the kind of numbers that I have in my brain. None of these look like a particularly great deal. This one could be at Ox Hall for 106, so that's where I'm going, so that works for me. I'm actually going to grab those. Let's see. Ox Hall. Anything for Ox Hall here? No. Alright, so I think we're just going to sell for 30. Yeah, see, that's too low. Honestly, this is 21, and supposedly I can sell it for 23. Alright, some of those things, sometimes if they're only a couple dinars apart from each other, the rumors are plus or minus, so take it with a grain of salt. I wonder what these guys want. We got overpriced raw materials. I ignore that one because it's moving stuff around for not very much. Gang needs recruits. That's the one I was talking about, where you may be able to just send, or if you're carrying some prisoners, you can just send them. We'll hit this little town, and then we'll head over to Ox Hall and see what kind of money we can make. Because if you make a decent amount of money, you can go up in your trade skill. That's how your trade skill goes up. No, that's all too expensive. We'll head on and we'll go to Ox Hall. The arena's closed at night. Let's trade here. What can we do? Nope, gotta look at my stuff. So we have a lot of olives. Now that's not a great price, and it's not really what they said it was going to be. So we'll just sell some off till we're supposedly not making a profit. Beer looks good though. I think the most I paid for it was about 50, so we're just going to sell all the beer. That's good. Wool, I don't think that's as high as they said, but we will drop it down to where we're not making much of a profit. That's good. Oil, that looks good. That should be a profit as well. Salt should be a profit. In fact, it's a profit all the way across the board. Pottery is definitely a profit. I don't think I spent more than 100 on that when we bought it. Velvet's hard to tell. That was one of the ones I thought we were going to make some money on. Maybe a little bit. I don't think I spent more than I definitely didn't spend more than 200 on that. Let's just close out Velvet for now. Tools, I generally don't pay more than 60 for, so we'll drop that down to 85. Linen, I don't think I spent much more than 60 or 70 on that. Olives are too low. Date fruit, I think we can just close that out, actually. And grains at 7, that's not great. Some of this stuff you eat, though, so I've made 21,000 right here, right? Boom, and I should get, there you go. I got 2 skill points in trade, so my trade is now 132. That is one thing that I've done well with the whole be a trader thing, is at least my trader skill has gone up. I've done a decent job of doing that.
Peace to you, stranger.
I didn't want to do that. I just want to do this. Alright, overpriced raw materials. Yeah. Special weapon order. Those are 2 I don't bother with too much. Gang leader. Yada. Eagle clan. So we're going to wait. If I get to a place and the arena's not open, I will often wait till the morning. And see if there is... No, there isn't. Oh, actually... I kind of screwed that up. You can tell if there is a arena, whatever I'm looking for what is it? There. So I'm number 1. I can't even think of the dang word. What is wrong with me today? My brain is in a fog. Tournament. There'll be a little helmet with a little exclamation next to it, but there isn't. So that's how we know. There's another one of my companions right there. Another thing I try to avoid because I'm not writing stuff down. Grain, but no, that's all too. That's not bad. Clay's not bad at 14. Is if I do a big trade at a city, I generally don't also buy stuff there unless I'm very sure it's a great deal, because I want to avoid selling and then rebuying and losing overall. I've done that multiple times. If you're keeping track of it well enough where you can do it in your brain, by all means do it. But unfrozen caveman merchant here, I can't keep all that straight in my brain. Let's head over this way. Oh, there's already horsemen? Oh, I like that. Let's do that. We're going to grab some, let's just grab some recruits. That's going to cost me, but I do need to build up my horsemen a little bit. Products. Grain's a little high. Well, good. Butter's 19. I'll do that. See, hog and cow. That's a cheaper cow. Cow's cheaper. I don't know. That seems expensive, though. I need to look into those, what a good price is for the various animals, because I have no idea. Head over to Row Vault. There you go. See the little symbol right there? That means that there's a tournament in Row Vault. Another thing to pay attention to while you're doing the merchant piece of the game, whether you're actually doing merchant stuff or not, is look at the prosperity right there on that little card. Anything above 4,000 is a fairly prosperous city. That's probably where you want it. You want it, anything above that's good. So you want to put your workshops and stuff in the prosperous cities. This one's okay, not amazing. Let's see if we can buy any products from these guys. Grain's at 7. Where are we going? We're going to Row Vault. Any rumors about Row Vault? No. 7's not bad. I'm going to buy that from them. Butter, there, that's below 20. And the hog's at 56 there. So we'll leave. Can I get good troops here? No, these are all basic guys. So we'll go to Row Vault. Grain at 5, yeah, so I don't want to sell that. Olives at 29, that's okay. We're not going to go, yeah, we'll just go down to 20 with the olives. Wool, kind of the same thing, as long as it's above 20 or so. Oh, that oil's on a good deal for me. Sell that to where I'm not making as much. Tools, like I said, I generally don't buy them anything more than 60, so we'll go ahead and dump those. So that's pretty good. These are all the horses. Extra horses, not the pack horses. So sumpter horse, that's a mule. I thought it said it somewhere. So some of these are only good for pack horses, basically. Then you have mounts, then you have the war horses down here. You need the war mounts. I only have 17 of those. That's what you need to turn your troops into cavalry once they upgrade. So if you can't increase a guy to cavalry and it's shaded out, it's because you don't have war horses for them to use, and it takes the war horse, so be careful with that. So we're gonna get 3,000 out of this thing. We'll go ahead and do that. Wasn't enough to get a point, and now we got an arena. So we're gonna do an arena fight and then we'll head on out. But I just wanted to give you a quick update of things I've learned going along here. I've done a lot of the tournaments. The thing about the tournaments is there's a prize. You can do a couple things here. We're going to join. You can win the prize, so the scalpel is the prize. The best ones, to be honest, are the helmets. They're worth the most. Sometimes there's good armor as well, but the helmets are out of control that you can get. The weapons are generally okay, but they're anywhere from, the prize is anywhere from like 3,000 or 4,000 to 15, maybe even 20,000. And I guess honestly the best thing are the horses. Because some of the horses are worth 24,000, and we got some serious light coming on in here. So what happens with this is you want to bet. Once you get decent enough at it, you want to bet max, and then you're going to bet on each level here. And now I'm going to join. You'll notice that it's me, good old Eagle Clan, And I've got these 3 helpers, and then we're against Thomond and these dudes. One thing about sending all of my companions out to get into the convoys is I don't have to fight them. They tend to be the toughest, or any other named guys. Now Ospak's here, and he's pretty good, so he'll be one of the... Looking at this, Elderon, which is either a local noble or another possible companion wanderer, and Ospak are going to be the toughest guys here. So we're going to join. You randomly get assigned. In this case, I'm the spear guy. Alright, so we spank them. There is some strategery to this. I'm on a horse, which is good. If I'm a mounted dude in these things, I'll just go around killing things as much as I can. Like this guy's just sort of wandering. He may actually hit me. Get away from me. So you got a piece of me. So I don't worry about it too much. But if I'm not mounted, then what I'll do is I will stick around with, say, my archer or crossbow dude. Because the enemy will charge you, and then you can both gang up on him. The worst thing to do in the tournaments is to have to fight 2 guys. So even if you're really good, it's really difficult to beat them. Now there's maybe some kind of, I guess, exploity way to do it. I've run into that. I don't know if I'll have to do it here, but sometimes you can just turn. There we go. Sometimes you can sort of circle them, swinging spastically, and the AI can't quite keep up with it, and you can win that way. But that's really difficult if there's 2 of them. 2 of them is, you can win, but it's not easy. Now, I'm not in this fight, so you'll have a little button here that says skip around. You can watch it if you want. I never do. Skip it. Now, remember, you want to bet at the next level, and then we're going to join. So this is a free-for-all, right? Everyone's got a different color. And this is one of the worst ones, honestly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run over towards these 2. Sometimes you can kill off the 2 guys while they fight. The good news is they're hitting each other. And if you have to, just like that. That weapon, whatever that thing is, that polearm right there, is about a 2-shot for most guys. But man, be careful. If they get inside your swing and start whooping on you, you can be done really quickly. It's much harder to block with weapons than it is with the shield. The shield, you just put, I think it's left mouse, and you can pretty much block anything until the shield gets destroyed. You have to put the weapon in the right direction, and it's not nearly as easy to block with the weapon. Alright, so we're going to skip that round. Now we're into the 3rd round. We want to bet. We'll do that. We'll slide it over, and we'll join. And now it's just swordsman. Now I need to help him kill somebody quickly. And I'll actually ignore this dude so I can help him kill this dude if I can. This is what I was worried about. So I'm about to show you me losing. It's just so difficult to deal with these guys when they're doing this. Here we go. Alright, now I have a fighting chance, although I've taken a beating from this guy. There we go. I'm glad I got to show you that end win. I just had to sort of try to move away from him and try to get one of them down so I wasn't fighting both. It's super hard to block one and make an attack before the other one. And if they're offset at all, really hard. Alright, look at that. So Eldurin, that's one of the guys that said to be the hardest ones to beat. He's one of the guys still alive. That's pretty typical. You do get all your hit points back, by the way. However, the hit points you show up with are what you get every time. So say you just had a big battle and you were down at 5%. If you go to the city and jump right into the tournament before you heal, you're going to be at 5% for the whole tournament. So watch out for that. So I bet we'll join. And I like being mounted. It's really pretty easy. I didn't mean to hit the horse. I do that a lot, actually. You can unmount the guy. There you go. I just did it. So but the problem is they're actually pretty tough when they've got a spear on the ground, to be honest. There, I finally hit him. If you ride away, obviously, you can then turn around and do a charge at him. And he got me. Back around. Smacked him. Obviously, you do extra damage. If your horse rears up like that, the AI generally gets a couple free shots on you while your horse is doing that mess. This guy's got a spear, so he's hard to hit down here. The fast way to turn the horse... Alright, so that's just going forward and hitting A for a left turn. However, if you brake, which is S, and turn, you will turn sharper. There we go. Smacked him on a nice charge. So I got some extra damage on the sword, and we get rid of that guy. End up winning. Get some renown. I get the prize. I get the bets, right? That's the earnings from the bets. So that's a decent little profit right there. It'll jump you back there. You can go immediately to trade and check the scalpel for what it's worth. It's worth 1,278, so that's one of the worst prizes. It's a 4th tier weapon. I talked about it on the other video. You really get up to the top tier weapons really quickly. Apologize for all that light coming through there. So you might even look at some of those tournaments and go, I'm not going to bother with it based on the price. However, remember, you're also getting the experience from swinging the sword. Your skill will go up with 1 weapon, 2 weapon, or multiple. Even the riding helps every time you're riding the horse, potentially going up in experience on that. And the other thing you're going to want to do when you get a new weapon like that is go ahead up here and go to your other characters and see if it's a better weapon than they have. Notice Ospak, he has the 2-handed axe, and the reason being is if you hover over this right here, you can't quite see it because it's behind me in the sun there, but there's the face, and it gives the skills for your guy. So you can quick check and go, oh, this dude's a 2-hander. He's got 2-handed capability or 2-handed level at 147. So 2 hands probably the best way for him to go. He's also got a bow and arrow. Generally, I set my companions up with some kind of melee weapon and some kind of bow and arrow. When you get to... There are some battles where you're going to want to really use the bow and arrow a lot, and if you get to sieges, especially if you're up on the walls, you're going to want your companions to be able to help you out with a bow and arrow. So in general, all of my companions will have the best bow they can possibly use and the best arrows I can find. It's a bummer here because if you look at me, I've got a lance, a shield, a sword, and a 2-handed axe. I don't have a bow. Right, so if I get into that situation where I need to start increasing my bow skill or using it, I'll have to go grab one. But you don't have enough slots to have it set up. It'd be nice if there was one more slot, because then I could dump the Blackheart, put a bow and an arrow there. Just something you have to deal with if you're going to run, especially if you're going to run with a lance. You could go a sword, shield, bow, and arrow, but then you don't have the lance for the fun charging stuff, which is all part of Bannerlord, right? You want to run people down with the lance right there. Well, there you go. That's where Eagle Clan, the semi-merchant, bandit, merchant lord guy is. I'm not sure what I'm going to do next, man. Let me know down below. Where do you think? Where should the Eagle Clan go for? What should they go for now? Should I join an empire and try to start grabbing land and stuff? My problem with that is you're less free. You don't get to wander all around the country. If you join somebody, I could go rogue and I could start trying to grab stuff myself, but now I'm fighting whole empires with my measly 120 odd people or so. Can be done potentially, but I'm not sure how that works. Maybe some of you guys have you started your own kingdom without bothering to join anybody? Maybe you could probably, I guess, look at this and go, all right, which kingdom is having a lot of trouble? If one of them starts to lose all of their land, which it doesn't look like any of them really are at the moment, you might be opportunistic and grab a couple of their castles or their city or something. And maybe if they're being really pressed by somebody else, then you can scavenge off that war, but I'm not seeing that happen right now. So I guess really if I'm going to get into the upper level of owning cities or towns or castles, at some point I probably need to join one of these guys, especially when they're at war, and then I can start to build that stuff up. But so far it's been fun running around. I've gone all over the map. I haven't been up north too much. I've been up here a couple times, but not too much. I didn't even know this was all the way up here. So I might go check out some of that. But if you got any suggestions on what I should do next, let me know. Thanks for coming by, guys. Hope you have a good one. This is Eagle Clan of Clan Guido. Check it out. See it.